I was sick, my microbiome was off, I was just falling apart, and a light bulb went off, and I said, I've got to fix this, because I was only 33 years old and I was hospitalized. The weight fell off. I actually cured my thyroid issues. I cured my precancerous stomach. I mean, I just kept curing. And then I went deeper and deeper into raw food and kind of like really explored my body and wellness. Everybody's different, but listen to your body, because your body's talking to you all the time. Remember, your body's your greatest advocate. It's like, go team, I want you to feel better. The only reason we have any kind of dysfunction in our body is because we're really beating it up. So pay attention. If your body's screaming, make some adjustments.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Bianca Bee, and welcome to the Bianca Bee Show, where we talk about business, finances, and friendships. I'm super excited about our next guest. She is all about health and wellness, and we love to hear it and love to see it. She's the founder of the Retreat Costa Rica and Wellness Pioneer. She's also the creator of Truth Bar and best-selling author. I love talking to authors and love talking to entrepreneurs who've just been making a way for themselves and giving inspiring information to those, younger and in the space and things like that. So Diana, how are you today?
I'm great.
Thanks so much for joining us today. So I love to start each interview question with the icebreaker question. So my question for you is, if you had to pick one type of food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? And you can't say water.
Oh gosh. Oh, it has to be something with probiotic. It's got to be yogurt or something. I don't know. Cottage cheese.
I love that. So a little backstory. Can you kind of just walk us through a little bit of your journey and how you got started in the wellness space?
Yeah, I was actually went through in vitro fertilization to have my children, and I ended up being really sick and blew up to 100 pounds overweight from all the medications. And I was sick, my microbiome was off, I was just falling apart, and a light bulb went off, and I said, I've got to fix this, because I was only 33 years old and I was hospitalized for a bleeding ulcer. And I thought, this is crazy. So I sort of immersed myself into learning about the gut and acid environments and et cetera, et cetera. And I started to devise a plan, which was turned into my best-selling book, Get Naked Fast. And it was eliminating these foods that were actually causing your body harm: dairy, wheat, sugar, meat, caffeine, and alcohol. And so once I stripped them away, the weight fell off. I actually cured my thyroid issues. I cured my precancerous stomach. I mean, I just kept curing. And then I went deeper and deeper into raw food and kind of like really explored my body and wellness. And I became fascinated with all aspects of healing, from frequency to what they call biohacking now, just learning how to use your body as a tool for healing. And that's kind of how I started.
I love that, because now I'm in the space. I just turned 31 and I'm taking my body very seriously now. And it's just something, this light bulb went off, like really take care of your internal body and also external as well. And so you created the Truth Bar. Can you kind of tell us a little bit of how that inspo came about?
Well, I was actually, NBC Universal had hired me to do a diet for this program that they were doing online. And also hired me to create certain bars for this fitness program. And I said, we don't need another protein bar. We need something that actually goes in and fixes the gut. And so I created a whole line of products, and Truth Bar was one of them. And it turned out to be so delicious and effective that it kind of grew and grew and grew into a beautiful business.
And for the viewers who are just learning about their bodies, what is the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic?
I'm so glad you asked that. I know, I'm so glad you asked that, because when I started this years ago, we were just learning about probiotics. And people were like, well, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
We knew acidophilus, and we knew, bifidus and blah, 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 but we didn't really know what it was about. And why do we need good bacteria? And do we have bad bacteria? And is bad bacteria okay? So there was all this. And then suddenly prebiotic came out, and people were like, what's that? So prebiotics just fiber. and it's fiber from the earth. It's inulin based or cassava or anything root and natural heavy duty fibers. And what happens with prebiotic fibers is they don't digest, they don't move through the system quickly. They go very, very slowly. And so when you mix a prebiotic, imagine it's like you take them together, you mix a prebiotic and a probiotic together. So you're eating the fiber's going slowly down the intestinal walls, and you've got a probiotic, right? That's ignited. So well, this particular one in Truth Bar is ignited spore forming. So it's actually ignited by your saliva. It wakes up and then it buries itself into the soil. Let's call it soil, the fiber, and it starts to plant seeds and flourish and grow and blossom. And so by the time it goes all the way down that long intestinal tract, you actually have a full garden of beautiful flora that has developed inside your gut.
I love that. And going back into gut health, right? So, there's so many supplements out there. And this is something I went to the doctor today. So that's why I'm like so intrigued by this. But there's so many supplements, and we're not aware of what we're consuming or what is a good supplement, what is not a good supplement. So regarding the gut health, what are some like very important supplements or vitamins that we should take, especially women, as we get up there,
Yeah, well, everybody's different, right? So we have to always consider who we are, what our environment is like, what our age is, what foods we eat are very important. So one person might be deficient in certain products, whereas other people are, thriving in that area. So I think before you supplement, really take a look at your diet to make sure that you have adequate fiber in your diet. People are so protein obsessed, which is fine. But if you have too much protein and you're not utilizing it throughout your body, it just turns to mass, which is what we call being overweight, fat, whatever you want to call it, if it doesn't have a place to go, if you're not using it to build muscle. So, and our body does produce its own protein, just like it produces its own enzymes if you're eating good food. But fiber is something we need to keep the things moving inside. It's like, think of it as, is that, I don't know, the flushing of the toilet. You got to get rid of the pipes. You got to clean the pipes out. And the only way to really do that is with fiber. So once you get good, adequate fiber, you've got your good proteins, you've got your good fats. We don't need enough fats. Then you take a look at what you're deficient in. And that's what it matters. I think that omega-3s and 6s are really important to get oils in. Women, vitamin C, anti-aging stuff. You got to get vitamin C in there. If you're not getting enough lemon or orange juices or grapefruit, then definitely take a supplement because it really helps with the skin. If you, probiotics, yes, super important if you're not eating probiotic foods or if you're gut challenged. The majority of us today are gut challenged. It's so sad, but if you think about it, everything in our environment is against our gut. Everything that we do, which we consider fun, we go out, we drink, we eat at restaurants. We don't know what kind of seed oils are in there. There's so many variables that we're so unaware of that most of us are out of balance in our gut microbiome, which is why probiotics have become such a hot topic.
Mm. And going into carbs, what are some good carbs that you recommend for women who love carbs?
All carbs are good. Honestly, all carbs that are not processed carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Think of carbs as fruits, vegetables, beans. So basically that's good carbs, but also fiber. Even grains. If you don't eat grains, you're going to miss out on your B vitamins. So sourdough breads, make sure if you're going to eat bread, make sure it's fermented with sourdough. There's no no's, there's no real take it away forever. It's just finding a quality food to put in your diet, not just, junk that we tend to eat.
I love that. And then, your retreat, you're the founder and CEO of the Retreat Costa Rica. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, I built that because I was one of those people who literally, I was like the household that everybody would come to and say, cleanse me, fix me, and I taught Kundalini yoga, and I was a life coach, spirit coach, a foodie, and of course, a trained chef and nutritionist and all these things. And so everybody would come to me. So this property was presented to me about 12 years ago, and I bought it. And I just decided I needed a brick and mortar place besides my home that people can come and really immerse themselves in wellness. And wellness is whatever you want. It's whatever level. I like a meet you where you are approach. Some people just want to be in a clean environment. Some people just want to be out at nature. Some people want to sit and drink alcohol, but eat good food. Some people want to get massages. Some people want to do yoga every day. And so we have this beautiful synergy down there where people come and just are able to live kind of freely, to just feel good. I don't want to put too much effort, I don't like to put too much stigma on it. Like, we have programs, we have really intense programs. You could do fitness reboot, you could do Ayurveda, you can do menopause packages, you can do your sleep vacation, your emotional healing. We have all of that, but sometimes it's just showing up. Right. And then you can dig deeper after you first show up. And that's what the retreat's really about. The idea was a retreat 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, instead of having to wait for someone to put on a retreat where you had to go at a certain date.
I love that. And where can people find details about the retreat?
The Retreat Costa Rica.
And I also want to go into, for the young women out there who are in their 20s and 30s, trying to really take care of themselves and their mental and their physical. What are some key advice and tips that you can give to those young women out there?
Well, it's funny. I live with my daughter and she's 31. And so we deal with this all the time. and it's a big wake up for her. Like yourself, she's in the last 3 years really starting to look at her health and look at her skin and her hormone health and noticing things, even her workout routines, what's too much, what's not enough, and what her diet looks like. And it's, because she lives with me, she's super clean now. And it's funny, she went out this weekend and she, drank and had a good time. And she goes, oh my God, how did I do that all the time?
Yeah. Okay. It's different. Okay.
It's totally different. But we are invincible in our 20s. I was invincible in my 20s. I thought, I'll never, it'll never hit me down, but it does. And it sneaks up, but listen to your body. That's the thing. If you don't feel good, then make a shift, make a change. I mean, it's really important no matter what age. I mean, some people are super sensitive at 15 and some people don't actually feel, they live their whole life on, at bars and cigarettes and, doing recreational drugs and eating junk food. And all of a sudden they're 60 and they go, oh, I don't really feel good. It's like, well, it took them 60 years to feel bad. Everybody's different, but listen to your body because your body's talking to you all the time. Remember, your body's your greatest advocate. It's like, go team, I want you to feel better. The only reason we have any kind of dysfunction in our body is because we're really beating it up, and we're not kind to it because we were just never taught how to be kind to it. So pay attention. If your body's screaming, make some adjustments, but don't get wrapped up in all the, you should do this and you should do that and you should do this. Just kind of back off of the junk, back off of the bad stuff, eat more of the good stuff, and watch how it slowly shifts you into like this new place. You're like, the more good stuff you put into your body, the less bad stuff has space, right? If you fill a glass full of water and you want to put some Coke in it, there's only that much left. You fill it full of water first. Then you got the Coca-Cola on the top. But if you fill it full of Coca-Cola, there's no room for the water. So fill it full of water first. Fill it with the good stuff and only leave a little room for the naughty stuff.
And how much has your health changed you as an entrepreneur and like your money mindset too?
Well, once you clean your body, the mind goes. When your body is clean, your mind is clean. It really, they're so there. So, the wonderful thing about money is if you're open to it, it flows. When you worry about money, worrying is praying for something bad to happen. And as soon as you put it out there into the universe that money is an issue, then it will always be an issue. If you put it out into the universe that drama is an issue or men are an issue or anything is an issue, it's going to be an issue. So you kind of have to cleanse your body and cleanse your mind of issues. Remember, your issues are in your tissue, right? So you clean the tissue out, the issues start to fall away too. So you got to just keep positive, and you don't have to necessarily manifest great things. Just don't draw negative things in, and let the universe kind of like, let it decide what you need or what you don't need, instead of you always thinking too much.
I love that. And your book, can you tell us a little bit about it and where people can get your book?
So Get Naked Fast was written on that premise of, sure, we want to look good, but how do we want to feel in our body? And we want to feel good in our body naked, right? When you take your clothes off, you just want to go, I don't want to hide from the mirror. I don't want to, oh gosh, I don't want anybody to see me because I don't feel good in it. And so the idea of Get Naked Fast was to feel good in your body. And Get Naked Fast was really a 10-day program to kind of cleanse your body out of easy foods. I mean, this was written so many years ago that today, we know more than we did when I wrote it, but sometimes we complicate things and don't keep it simple. You can go to my website, dianastobo.com, and you can just order it. It's an ebook now. It's, I sell it at the hotel, but I don't sell it anymore because it's just, everybody does ebooks these days. But it's just a very simplified way of eating and living that makes it like you don't want to take up so much space in your life worrying about these things. You really want to enjoy. So how can we enjoy without being unhealthy?
And what is one mantra you live by that you would take with you for the rest of your life?
One mantra I live by. God, I actually have a lot of them.
Well, your top 3.
Let me see. Gosh, I probably spew these out all the time ad nauseum, and I can't think of one right now. You're killing me. I believe that whatever, I truly do believe that the universe is on our side. And as long as we clear, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a prayer. This is from the Course of Miracles. And the Course of Miracles was this book written that was never meant to be published. It was about the ultimate of religions, right? It was not about religion per se, but about how the universe responds to humans on this planet. And when the person passed away, it was found in this archive, and they wrote about it. And Marianne Williamson, who wrote a speech for Nelson Mandela, she was the first to decipher it. It was so complicated that you had to decipher it. Like, you read it, and it reads like hieroglyphics. It's so hard. I mean, I've read it like 10 times. And I still cross my eyes every time I read it. But in it, there's a prayer, and it's, I am spirit, or I am universe, or I am God, or I am Jesus, whatever it is that you relate to, pure and innocent, all is forgiven, all is released. And if you say this over and over and over again, your body starts to surrender its thoughts. I am spirit, pure and innocent, all is forgiven, all is released. And once you release your thoughts, the universe does its work. And so you have to clear your mind for the universe to work. You can't ask for it. You can't beg for it. You can't cry for it. You can't worry about it. You just have to clear and let the universe connect its light to you. That's it.
I love that. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Love your work. Love what you're doing. I appreciate you so much. And it's your girl, Bianca Bee. Make sure you guys follow me at It's Bianca Bee and at Bianca Bee Show. And where can people follow you?
Diana Stobo. Diana Stobo, you can get me on, follow me on Instagram. I like to talk there. The Retreat Costa Rica, check it out. You guys should check it out. It's the coolest place. Everybody wants to be there. My 31-year-old daughter is now in part of the program, so it's cool and hip.